all the way to Jamaica.
He was brought to South Florida yesterday to face his charges.
All right, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please, and let's get right into this story. No, hit the subscribe button. You like the content, hit the subscribe button. All right, we covered a story recently about a university lecturer out of Jamaica that came down on charges in the United States of America and was found by U.S. authorities to be hiding in Jamaica. U.S. Marshals did depot him case, and y'all know how they go. Well, they wanted to extradite him to the U.S. because of the charges. Some cold cases they went and dug up, and some evidence led to him. The man never said, no, it wasn't me, I didn't do it, nothing. He said, okay, extradite me. Who does that? Anyhow, that's how I bring you into the story. Now listen, Jamaica Observer printed yesterday that Jamaican University lecturer Russell McLean, who was extradited to the United States on Thursday, that means I'm gone. They extradited him out of Jamaica. He was extradited to the United States on Thursday, and he is currently being held. He is currently being held in a Broward County jail in Florida. Here's the thing. I went to go do my little research, to go do my lookup, to see which place, the name of the facility he might be in. Broward County has many jails. In Broward County, Florida, you have the Broward County Jail Joseph Conte facility. Then you have the Paul Rain Detention Facility. Then you have the Stockade facility. Then you have the Central Intake Booking. And then you have the Broward County Main Jail. And then you have the Regional Juvenile Detention Center. Yes, them full up a jail. That's just one county. Them full up a jail. They have a whole heap of jail. If you don't know it, the United States of America, side note, has the most people in prison out of its population from any country, compared to any country in the world. Anyhow, that's the next story for another video. Now, McLean, extradited, is now out of Jamaica, sitting in one of these Broward County jails in Florida. SouFLoTV is in Florida, is from Florida. He is on 16 charges, including sexual assault, burglary, and kidnapping. 16 charges. Wait up. We're going to get more into the charges and more into how them stick these charges to him and the possibilities of him getting away from this. Because the last time we did the video, you know, I saw those silly comments in the comment section where people were saying, you see how you're quick to put down Jamaicans? Why you not give the man the benefit of the doubt? Isn't it innocent till proven guilty? Ha ha! I'm not the one, my friend. I don't laugh at people's downfall, but DNA does not lie. And this is what I've been trying to ask and tell the Jamaican authorities for the longest. When you have them here kind of proof, you see? No dog bark. Anyhow, he waived his rights to an extradition hearing when he appeared in court in May. That means he didn't want to go to court, go before a judge. He did not want to contest it. He did not want to even say, why are they trying to extradite me? They might have the wrong person. No, it's not me. I know of no such things. And come on now, these are charges that if you didn't do them, you would definitely be saying, hey, wait, no, it's not me, right? The man stay quiet as a mouse in church when church service are going. He waived his rights to an extradition hearing when he appeared in court in May. Not willing to fight it, just send me on. Who wants to leave Jamaica in shackles and chains, escorted by U.S. Marshals? Nobody does, especially at 65 years old. But hear what? Or some long time, something that come back, come catch up with him, Yes. This is a perfect case of long run, short catch. This is a perfect case of your past coming back to haunt you. Some people are saying you think him change, SouFlo. People can change, Those are things that were said in the comment section of the original video we covered. People can change, Give the man the benefit of the doubt, man. I think people with more sense were saying what I was thinking. If you're a person of this nature, and a regular person get up and do them something here. We're going to get into it, If you're a person of this nature, then you never change. The only place you might change is your location. I'm sorry, I just mean that. Anyhow, the 65-year-old McLean was located while he was serving as a faculty member at the NCU, which is a university in Jamaica, and he was arrested there with the assistance of U.S. Marshals in the long-running cold case. What was he doing at the university? He was a lecturer at the university. And I believe that he was a lecturer of behavioral sciences. How ironic, or something along those lines. Anyways, in Florida, Margate police said that an investigation resumed after several sexual batteries and attempted batteries took place between June of 1996 and November of 1997. June to June is 1 year. July, August, September, October, November, that's almost a year and a half. 1 year and 5 months. In a period of 1 year and 5 months, they had a string of rapes, string of sexual batteries, meaning you forced yourself on someone and committed sexual acts without that person's consent. Battery, meaning you beat up the person in the process. You manhandle and rough up and beat up the person in the process, right? And there were also attempted batteries in the process as well of committing these deviant sexual acts on individuals. 16. If a man killed 16 people in a year and a half and wasn't caught, they would say they were looking for a serial killer. This is a serial sexual batterer, or a serial rapist then, if you will. Wrong or right. Anyhow, in these events, the Margate police in Florida is saying June 1996 to November of 1997, the suspect broke into homes, multiple different homes, and when he was in the home, he threatened victims with a gun. And, don't move, strip off them clothes, rape them, sexually assaulted them, so on and so forth. He wasn't there to break into the house to take valuables. He was there to break into the house to take sex, or sexual favors. I can't even say favors because a favor is done willingly. But you get the drift of where this is going. Now, according to media reports out of Florida in 2007, evidence in a burglary case led to the identification of McLean as a person of interest. During the investigation, McLean disappeared, fled to Jamaica. During the investigation, his name came up. Somebody pointed him out. He fled. He was like, I'm out of here. I'm not sticking around for this. Again, some people are going to say, but why run? Why not clear your name in something like that? Was he in the U.S. on a work visa? What was he in the U.S. doing at the time? I don't know. That's quite some time ago. 96, 97. Was he going through school? How did he become a lecturer at a university in Jamaica? What were his qualifications? Where did he get them from? What school did he go to obtain his qualifications to be a lecturer at the university? All these questions need to be answered. In 2018, listen to know. In 2018, DNA evidence was obtained And that DNA evidence compared to another rape kit that was taken from an incident around that same time period in the 1990s. One of those 16 cases, it matched McLean. 2018 DNA evidence was obtained. I said this before in the last video, and somebody said, I set him up. Set up the man just like how them set up R. Kelly. Listen, somehow, right, it's better you don't type anything. It's better you don't speak anything. Half of the stuff you type, you would not speak it out loud because you yourself know you're talking friggery and foolishness. How can you compare what this man is suspected of doing? In my book, him do it, but we're going to go the legal route. Innocent till proven guilty. How can you compare his case to R. Kelly's case? Yes, R. Kelly had some grown women there, but he had multiple underage girls. So you can't blame the underage girls. You have to blame the adult that manipulated and took advantage of the underage girls. Now, that has nothing to do with a man choosing to break into houses and sexually assault individuals at the point of a gun. Because of that, the U.S. authorities is saying that this university lecturer from Jamaica did back in the 1990s. DNA evidence. Somebody says, SouFlo, how them get DNA evidence in 2018? Family, they went to him travel, right? So DNA sample was there somewhere. Or they got DNA evidence out of Jamaica because they trailed him to Jamaica. According to the last video we did, they were tipped off by FBI, but not FBI. They were tipped off by agents that he was in Jamaica working as a university lecturer. All they had to do was send in their agents. Remember, we talked about this before. I said some of those people you see in Jamaica that are in remote areas, and you wonder sometimes. I've been there and I see them way up in the hills of Clarendon, and I'm like, yo, tourists not come up here, so when since tourists start backpacking through these areas and coming into these cockpit looking places? Somebody said, SouFlo, some of them are U.S. agents or law enforcement officials. I look for wanted people to extradite them, or scanning and surveying out the place and all these things. They are among us flexing as tourists. I say, all right, that make perfect sense, right? Because I know how they operate. Anyhow, as far as his DNA gathering goes, they got tipped off that he was in Jamaica. Now, remember, he's not American. He came to the U.S. He was already fingered, no pun intended, as in somebody point him out. He was already under investigation, so he ran. So all they did was use his immigration information, trail him back to Jamaica, and then work with the Jamaican authorities to get a DNA sample somewhere. I don't know if they went to his doctor, them trail him, because that's how they do. Them sit down long enough, pan you. They might have went to his doctor. They might have went to whatever medical facility he goes to. They might have went to the university. I was watching a video one time, a documentary, on how this detective caught this serial rapist. This detective said he followed this serial rapist around for the longest, in a better part of about a whole year. And he would sit and watch him for hours. And he said the guy didn't have anything going on in his life, so he would sit on the block and he would make money by selling drugs, right? Little baggies of drugs, nickel and dime selling. But he wasn't there to arrest him for the nickel and dime selling of drugs. He was there to pin him to a case, or to multiple cases of rape. Okay. What he was trying to do was to get his DNA. He said the guy realized that somebody was following him. Either that or he was being extra cautious. So he would smoke. And the detective said every time he smoked a cigarette, he would pray that the guy would drop the cigarette on the ground so he could take the DNA from the cigarette butt. But he would smoke, and then he would ash out his cigarette at the end of it and put all the butts in his own pocket. Who does that? Who does that? I see people smoke cigarette and then flick the cigarette or put it down and step on it, crush it out. But he would take all cigarettes. He said if he drank out of a bottle, he would take the empty bottles with him. And anything that touched his mouth or he held in his hand for too long, he would take it with him everywhere he went, and he would never discard of it publicly. This detective was so determined. The detective followed him to a rooftop in Brooklyn, New York. While he was on the rooftop, he was doing his regular stuff. He was smoking a cigarette and he was chilling. And the detective said, yes, this is the day he got him. You know what the man did? When him done smoke the cigarette, him said, and spit. And when he spit, that detective laid back and waited till he left. Scrape up the spit, put it in an evidence bag. And I'm just giving you an idea of how they get down. So when you're going to ask, how them get DNA? It could be multiple ways, my friend. Multiple ways. This is just an interesting way to show you how they work. Once them lock on to you, that is it. They scraped up the DNA, the spit, and he put the spit in an evidence bag. And that spit ended up matching in the database to a series of rapes. Here's the thing. He was also HIV positive. And he was raping all these young ladies because he was vexed that he got AIDS. And some of these young ladies now had also now tested positive for HIV as well. So that's a story just to tell you how they might have gotten it, for those who want to argue. Because somebody is still going to try to defend this brother, right? Me not try to defend him. He's just going to have to ride this one out. I am baffled that they came and got him and he never said, I didn't do it. He never said, stop. What are you guys talking about? He simply waived his rights to an extradition hearing and said, I don't even want to hear a hearing. I don't even want to have a hearing. Just shackle me up, put me on a plane, take me out of here earliest days as possible. He was not living a bad life in Jamaica. He was living as a university lecturer for the longest time. His salary is decent. The school that he worked at is top of the line, decent. Investigators believe that there may be even more victims, and they're asking anyone who might have some information or who might have been assaulted around that time period in that area to please call 954-972-7111. I'm going to continue to follow this. This is our second video about this university lecturer. I will continue to follow this all the way up until when I hear him stand in court in the US and say either guilty or I did not do it. I still give him the benefit of the doubt, you know. But I want to see where this goes. And if he is sentenced, how much time he is sentenced to and all that. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, but make sure you also hit the bell next to the subscribe button. Hover over it. And then click the option that says send me all notifications, not some. So when I update these stories like this one, you will get the notification, so you will stay on board. So you're not asking me down the road, SouFLo, whatever happened to the university lecturer from Jamaica that was extradited to the US after me done cover the whole story already, right? Shout out to my Jamaicans who are sitting there saying, damn, you know what? As much as this is embarrassing, I am more concerned that was he in Jamaica doing the same thing? And honestly, we have heard from people from that same school. We're going to do a different video on this at a different time. We've heard from people from that same school that the man here used to move creepy at the school. And they're absolutely sure that he has done the same thing there in Jamaica as well. Well, you know, Jamaica is a different kettle of fish, right? No pun intended with the fish thing, but Jamaica is just a different scene. And there are certain things that certain people in positions of power are able to get away with. I want to tell you something too. You know, I actually found a video of him being arrested and where he's held. I know exactly what jail he's in. He's in the main jail. It says it on the record. But this is from Channel 10 ABC News in the US. And it says that Margate, Florida, a man who police said is responsible for several sexual batteries that happened between June of 1996 and November of 1997 in Margate will remain in jail without bond. That means him now come out until after he goes through trial or to a judge who will either do sentencing or say you need to walk free. More than likely, he's going to be sentenced, and I'm guessing whatever plea deal they might have on the table for him, he's probably going to want to take it. Another thing that stood out to me is the fact that the suspect, as they call him, he actually taught at the university for more than 18 years. Somebody said he found a sweet spot. He found a honey hole. That's why him never left. So me guarantee you say he was up there doing the same things, SouFlo. I don't know. I'm not trying to accuse him of any more than, but it is worth asking the question, right? Russell McLean was arrested in May in Jamaica, where he was a faculty member. Oh no, if you listen to that part here, where he's a faculty member of Northern Caribbean University, which identifies itself as a Seventh-day Adventist institution, which has as its mission quality, Christ-centered education. You hear that? Okay, so it's another church thing again. So shout out to the people who, whenever I say, you see the church thing, me not too dibble and dabble in it with them people there, because church people actually believe that, Christians especially, church people actually believe that them can pretty much do anything on earth. If it's even try it one time, and if them like it, try it a couple more time, and then beg their Lord for forgiveness, and they will be granted a pass into heaven. This mindset allows them to corrupt and do pretty much anything they want to do, as long as when they're in the confines of their little room at night before they go to bed, them say, Father God, please forgive me of my sins, wash me and cleanse me and make me whole, and all that. McLean was arrested at the facility. He was arrested in Jamaica, where he was a faculty member of Northern Caribbean. I don't know if he was arrested at the facility, but he was arrested in Jamaica, and he was a faculty member of the Northern Caribbean University, which identifies itself as a Seventh-day Adventist institution, which has its mission, quality, Christ-centered education. He was extradited on July 7th back to Broward County. Investigators said that McLean would break into these homes, threaten the victims with a gun in order to assault them. Two of the crimes occurred in the city of Margate. Despite all the victims giving the name and the same description, giving the same description of the suspect, the investigation had few leads, and no suspects were identified, according to the police. At that time, in 2007, evidence recovered in a burglary case led to the identification of McLean as a person of interest. Evidence in a burglary case. This is Channel 10 News, up to date. He was extradited this month on the 7th of July. 4th of July just passed. He was extradited on the 7th. All right. So today I'm doing this video is the 10th. So 3 days ago, he landed in the US. All right. They said the investigation was going on before into the serial breaking and sexual assault of multiple people. And it was during that time that he fled. Apparently, he was not on their radar, but he knew that possibilities are basically take away yourself, right? Therefore, if you're not here, there's nothing for them to investigate. However, 2007, evidence recovered in a burglary case led to some DNA that was recovered from that burglary case. And that DNA matched McLean. Now, mind you, the man gone from 19 how long? Out of 97 out of the US. And in 2007, evidence was recovered in a burglary case that led to his identification and him a person of interest. But over the next several years, the ongoing investigation failed to further implicate him. Investigators said that when he realized that he was being investigated for the crimes, McLean fled to Jamaica. So he did realize he was being investigated for the crimes, and he wasn't being investigated. All right, so first information was correct. In 2015, Detective Julia Fernandez reinvestigated the case, reopened everything up, put it back on the table, said, let's go through all this again. You see? Man, I'm telling y'all, law enforcement in the US is a they don't play around. They don't play around. In 2015 now, Detective Julia Fernandez reinvestigated the case and began combing over previous reports and evidence. In 2018, that's 3 more years, Fernandez obtained DNA evidence and compared that DNA. They're still not saying how they got it. And compared that DNA evidence to the DNA evidence that was located in rape kits from 1996. The results were conclusive. Full match that McLean's DNA was it. Police said that at that point, McLean's whereabouts were still unknown in Jamaica because they went there looking for him and couldn't find him, couldn't locate him. All this while he's working at a prominent university as a lecturer, and they came there and could not locate him. In August of 2020, an arrest warrant for multiple counts of armed sexual battery, armed kidnapping, and armed burglary was issued for McLean. And on May 24th of 2022, with the assistance of the U.S. Marshal Services, McLean was located in Jamaica, where he was serving as a faculty member at the Northern Caribbean University in Mandeville. He was a lecturer in the College of Humanities, Behavioral and Social Sciences. That's what it is. He was a lecturer in the College of Humanities, Behavioral and Social Sciences. Now, I say that part twice to say how ironic. Humanities, Behavioral and Social Sciences? Wow. According to the school, the Jamaica Observer said that he had worked at the school for over 18 years. Pursuant to an extradition request that was filed with the assistance of the U.S. Department of Justice Office of Internal Affairs, McLean consented to be extradited to the United States. I told you before, he waived his rights. He is now currently being held in the Broward County Jail, where he is held without bond. And based on McLean's criminal activity, investigators believe that there may definitely be more victims. You know, it's a lot of times people are victimized, raped, and rape victims don't talk. Some of them just hold it because it's a shameful, embarrassing thing that happened to them, right? Somebody says, lovely country, not. Another person says his 7 days adventures just got an extension because he was at the school that's closely associated with the Seventh-day Adventist, and their mission is Christ-centered education. So Gino says his 7 days of adventures just got an extension. Mac Sog says, when did they start allowing sunglasses in arrest photos? Full accountability. No deals. Please go for the max. And another person called Funky Dog said, could be transition lenses that hadn't adjusted back to clear by the time he appeared on video. He may have had to walk from outside. So they're talking about the video that you see, still pic of it that I have of him arrested and in his brown suit and being photographed. Probably correct, but for booking photos, they usually take both ways, with and without. So that's neither here nor there. Again, leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. Do you think there are more victims out there that did not come forward in the US, and or do you think that he was still doing the same stuff in Jamaica as well? Or do you think that he's innocent and they're just framing him and the DNA match is all made up? I'll catch you in the comment section. Hit that subscribe button. I'm out. Peace. Long run, short catch. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. Hit that subscribe button. I'm out. Peace. I am selling membership to my channel. There's a link right down here. Look down there, click the link. It will be in the comment section as the first comment. I will pin it there, and it will also be in the description of the video under this video, right? Me not give him no money. Me not pay for listen to him. After me listen to him free all them years, yeah. Scam people, you know. Yo, I'm to the boy, yeah. Yo, boy, I'm gonna look work. You will never be rich off of me. You know, if we hit 2,000 paid members on this channel, I will give away $1,000 US every 30 days. There's a link right down here. Look down there, click the link. It will be in the comment section as the first comment. I will pin it there, and it will also be in the description of the video under this video.
Here you have it, family, your pineapple grilled pork chops. It's all nice and flaky, very flaky. When you make your crust, it have to be flaky like this.
Alright, my SouFLoTV audience, listen. If you have not found out about this channel yet and subscribed to this channel and started following this channel called Eat Good TV, I suggest that you go do so now. I did not even know that sweet potatoes can make a punch. I did not know that bammies can make burgers. I have never had pineapple pork before. I'm not even that good of a pork eater. But after seeing this lady, Miss Margaret, over at Eat Good TV, do the pineapple pork, I tell you, say, I wanted to try the pineapple pork. Listen, man, she is setting the bar high, all right? And if you're into Jamaican food, I know you might be able to cook it already, but I guarantee you, you're not cooking it like she's cooking it. She is adding a twist to it. So, Miss Margaret, big up yourself over at Eat Good TV and SouFLoTV audience. If you're seeing this, please go find Eat Good TV and click that link and tell her I sent you. All right, listen, so you started a business, right? Whether it's a brick and mortar business or a business online. How is your business doing? Is it doing well? Do you need promotions? You cannot afford to start a business and not do promotions. Promotions is what it's all about. Some people have a big budget. That way they can spend a whole lot of money on these huge platforms. MSNBC, NBC, CNN, all those. Your budget might not be that. Those are $1 million budgets. At the same time, you can still reach a demographic of people that might be interested in your business. And how do you do that? You do that by piggybacking on one of these channels that the core audience of that channel is also the type of people you are trying to reach with your business. It works, okay? Hook up, give me a call, or shoot me an email and let's get your promo going right now. I don't care what business it is, I can send people to you. Now, before we go, let me say this. I am not guaranteeing you a certain amount of subscribers. You are the one that will have to, or I'm not guaranteeing you a certain amount of people that will come. You are the one that has to continue to push your business. Okay, with you promoting your business yourself and me promoting your business for you, there's no way you can't win. So give me a call right now or shoot me an email and let's work this out. I'll let this one pass you. Call right now. Email right now. Let's get this moving. Promotions, promotions, promotions. That's what it's all about.